Our guests tonight are a collection of very, very handsome young men. They're talented. They're likable. They have their third album available everywhere music is sold, Vices and Virtues. They're starting a tour in the middle towards end of May, and they're going to be coming to your neck of the woods. So you need to go to panicatthedisco.com, which is their official website. You know why? Because they are Panic at the Disco.
Hello.
Hello, thank you.
Gentlemen, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having us. How you guys
Momentous
doing?
evening.
It's a
momentous evening. I don't know why. Well, maybe because of Human Centipede.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Besides that, it's good to have you guys in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about life in Panic at the Disco 2011, because that may sound like a really broad, kind of meaningless question, but you guys are a very interesting band. And you've lived a lot of life in, what, 7 years, really? 7 good years of existence as Panic at the Disco. Yeah. It's not your typical kind of story for a rock band, and you've had tremendous support from, Pete Wentz and things like that, and immediately saw tremendous commercial and artistic support for all the things that you've done. But you've also seen some peaks and valleys in your guys' career, and like I said, you've lived a lot of life in 7 years.
We've had our fair share of ups and downs. That is, yes, safe to say. Lately, we've just put out a new record and just getting ready for tour. Actually, we just got back from rehearsal. Had some Wendy's and came over here.
Do you guys go with the Frosty? Is it mandatory?
You got to do the fries in the Frosty. That's kind of the good move.
I know people are big fans of fries in the Frosty, fries in the In-N-Out Shake. Those are the two that people. Yeah. But I never did that. I like the salty on my potatoes. But here's the thing about the Frosty. Essentially just soft serve, like thicker soft serve, but somehow way better.
Right. Does this add more sugar or more chocolate powder? I don't know what it is.
One doesn't know. But it's delicious.
And we'll never know.
Now, have you guys tried the Vanilla Frosty, which is the new edition? I guess it's like 2 years old now.
No.
I have.
Does it hold up?
It seems like a bastardization of the Frosty. It doesn't seem right to me.
I felt like a communist even ordering it. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go for a Frosty. I was like, no, let's have a Frosty. Sorry, I'll stick with chocolate. 1-800-LOVE-191. Again, the new album is Vices and Virtues. You guys were singing a couple tunes on your way in that you rehearsed. I don't want to get into details because I'm sure you'd like to keep that a surprise.
Thank you.
But it's got to be weird being your age. You guys are all super young, and being veterans essentially. Because it's like you've toured the world, you've sold a lot of records. We've been very fortunate. Kind of seen how the industry works, the ins and outs of it. Yeah. It's got to be strange, like I said, to kind of be veterans. But at the same time, that's I guess what comes along with having talent and stuff. But this is not your first go round with Loveline. So let's have some fun, gentlemen.
Yeah.
And let's do this. Let's help some people. What do you say, Dr. Drew?
We'll try.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I don't usually care for fun, but I'll try to help some.
Speaking of fun, every night now I've been bumming Mike out. By the time we start the show, I've got you fully depressed.
Oh, yeah. Well, Dr. Drew, here's the thing he does. We do this 10-minute pre-show, like a podcast, before we start the real show, which we're doing now. And it's turned into therapy sessions.
Not therapy, just, because questioning Mike's
manhood.
Feelings.
There's a cathartic nature.
Talking about his feelings. Did you hear us talking about it?
A little bit.
Yeah. I'm just curious. I mean, we've sat here for a year, and I'm realizing a lot of stuff I don't know.
Yeah. Well, okay. So agoraphobia. How could it not be therapy sessions? Yes. Today was agoraphobia and anxiety. Yesterday was suicide.
Yes.
The day before that was medication.
Well, therapy technically should be helping you. I'm not really doing. I'm just questioning. I'm just asking.
Hey, Drew, you're doing that thing too that you do to your patients on Celebrity Rehab. We're like, well, why do you think that is?
Oh,
he does Judgment True.
Therapeutic wonderment.
No, he does Judgment True too with me, where he pushes his lips out, and I can always tell when he's doing Judgment Drew on Celebrity Rehab.
That's sad, Drew.
No, Judgment Drew. No. And this is great radio because I'm going to make a face that no one can see. But
I'll make the sound that goes with it.
Sad Drew is like, oh wow, and you'll nod, and you'll say, oh wow, that's terrible, and I can see you engaging with someone, and I've seen you do it on Celebrity Rehab. You said, then there's Judgment Drew, where you push your lips out. you either have your hands clasped like this. There it is. Yeah.
That one.
You push them.
That's really. It's not judgment. It's okay then.
I don't feel like my life of prostitution and not having my children taken away from me by the law. I don't feel like it's anything wrong. It's how I choose to live my life. So, you silent. You nod your head. You go.
I go. Isn't that something?
The lips to the nose. I like that move.
It's not you're an asshole. It's just
no. I said it's Judgment Drew.
Just Sadra is just behind that, just It's sad behind that.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, but in the meantime, it's like, that's part of it.
You wouldn't be as successful in your given career if you weren't truly concerned and caring and all that.
Right, so it's part of Therapeutic Wonderment. It's part of Wonderment. But I'm telling you, it's like, think about that for a second, Mike.
Does 50-foot Dr. Drew on Hollywood and Vine, does he silently judge?
Constantly.
King
Continuously. Looking down at Hollywood.
King Kong Pinsky. Never going to let you down. Emily, you have a question for the band?
Hello?
Yes.
Hi.
Hello?
Yes.
Hi, Emily.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Okay, I just want to say, Dr. Drew, Mike, I love you guys. I listen to you every night.
Thank you.
Oh, that's sweet.
But I have a question for Panic at the Disco.
All right.
I like the way she says that. Panic at the Disco?
I know. It just kind of runs together. We should start saying it like that.
I just wanted to know how your writing process has changed from your first album to Vices and Virtues.
Well, very good question.
Good question.
To give you some validation. Well, yeah, it's kind of changed a lot, actually. We lost a couple members, Ryan and John, and Spencer and I have, on this last record, I kind of just had to take over lyrical duties. So that was something that was exciting and challenging at the same time for me to do. And we had a lot of stuff to talk about, so
yeah,
we were no short supply.
I think we're always trying to figure out the best way to write a song, but you can never get to that point. So it's always different.
Yeah.
Right now it involves putting notes in a hat and then drawing them out one by one.
Right. It's kind of like how Family Guy writes their episodes.
You know those
the manatees?
I was going to say, those those word magnets that you put on your refrigerator where it's just a bunch of random words and you can assemble them to make like
essentially it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, we do. I hope that helped.
I just wanted to say thank you so much. Me and my sister have been listening to you for like 6 years.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
And she just wants to say something to you really quick.
Okay.
All right.
Hi, I love you guys.
How old are you?
6 years to talk to you. Oh. And I just wanted to say that I'll see you on June 5th in Toronto.
All right. We'll see you there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool, Emily. See you.
Thank you, Emily.
Thanks.
Bye.
Emily's
sister, right?
I was about to ask... Ontario, Canada?
Yes,
Ontario,
Canada.
California?
Yeah.
And then I was like, way too nice to be Ontario, California. Way too nice. I don't even need to ask that question.